Hey y'all, welcome back to Knobview Outdoors. We've got a really interesting video for you today. I've searched all over YouTube and I've only came up with a couple of other videos showing what I would call a beginner's guide to predator hunting gear. So today I'm going to go over everything from just barely getting started, run down to your local shop or Walmart and get a few things and start hunting, to way more sophisticated, been doing it forever and upgrading. Budget's not an issue type of thing. So stay tuned, here we go. So first off, for the very bare bones beginner, let's just say that you watch coyote hunting on YouTube or on TV, or your buddy's been wanting you to go, and you say, well, that's great, but I don't have any idea where to start. I don't have a bunch of money to blow on this. I don't even know if I like it. So these are, in my opinion, the bare essentials. And you know, that doesn't mean it's the right way or the wrong way. It's just how I started and what we've been using since and what we've upgraded to. Now I want to stop and say all these firearms here have been checked and double and triple checked, and they're all unloaded and safe and pointed in safe locations. I'm the only one here in the studio. So first off, let's start right here with this. So you're gonna kill something, you need a gun. So right here, we have a 17 HMR. It could be any gun. This is just a handy little gun, and about everybody has one. They're a 22 or 22 Magnum, so that's why I chose this to show you all. Have a bipod on it and a red light. This is an Amazon special red light, nothing special. I've killed coyotes with this more than once, this exact setup. So for a rifle you already have, 20 or 30 bucks for a light and a temporary mount. You've got that part covered. And then I bet you already have one of these too, the good old Bluetooth speaker. Hook it up to your phone, go do some searches on YouTube, find you some predator sounds, prey in distress, some vocals, depends on what time of year and everything. Set this thing out there, connect it to your phone, start calling, start looking. I will say one upgrade over this, and this again, it's a cheap one, but we've got your shooting stick here. 15 bucks at Walmart, I believe. So when you're predator hunting, you know, you're gonna want to be panning with your light. And if you've ever been, you know how stressful this is right here. Ideally, a headlamp, but again, we're talking bare bones, get out in the woods and hunt. So shooting stick, that's another idea here. So all right, so bare bones, we've got you in the woods. So let's say you're out in the woods, you're enjoying it, and you say, all right, I've got a little extra money, I need to upgrade. Well, what would I upgrade first? My opinion, and this again is just my opinion, I would probably upgrade your call or your optics, but we're going cheap here, so the call. Now, you may or may not have seen one of these. This is a little flex tone call. Believe it or not, we've killed plenty of coyotes with this. I actually killed one in a tournament not too long ago with this. We keep it in the truck just for a spare. We pulled out at a spot, got real excited, and tournaments are real hectic. Went down the road, it's about 30 minutes actually to our next spot. Got out, oh man, forgot to call. Luckily it was on some property that we owned, so wasn't really worried about anybody stealing it, but we're out of a call. So we sent one of our buddies back to get the call, and we couldn't waste time in the tournament, so we pulled this little guy out of the truck, put it on a Blue Jay Distress, and guess what? We called up a coyote and we killed it. So again, this has like 12 or 15 sounds on it. Not a huge upgrade. I think this was about 50 bucks. But it keeps you from having to use your phone and worry about YouTube ads and people calling you and things of that nature. Now, I wouldn't consider this an upgrade or a downgrade budget-wise, but I will say, if you can learn to use mouth calls, and some of these get pretty pricey, but if you can learn to use mouth calls efficiently, in my experience, you're going to call more coyotes and more predators than with electronic calls, because they're alive, and they sound better. So don't discount your mouth calls and hand calls. Alright, so moving on up, let's stick with the calls. Next, this is the call that we use now. This is the Icotec Night Stalker Gen 2 with the decoy, and it does have the rechargeable battery. Bought this, or I actually made this lanyard so you can carry it in if you're going a long way. You've got the remote here. I'm not Icotec fanboy or anything like that. I've had 2 or 3 different versions upgrading to this. I was going to show you that today because my buddy bought the last one I have, but I couldn't get a hold of it in time. But this thing works great at range. We've used it out to well over 100 yards. It's loud. It'll go pretty much louder than you need it to. The sounds are good and clear. Another one is Fox Pro, MFK, although they're good sounds, good quality stuff. I'm not a Icotec fanboy. It's just what I've had, what I'm used to, and it works for me. Moving on up, even if you have an electronic call, these coyotes and predators, they get educated and they get smart really quick. So at some point, you're going to want to upgrade your sounds. I prefer Predator University. Those sounds have worked great for me. Tony is top notch. MFK sounds also great. Boss Predator Acoustics also great. But at some point, you're going to have to upgrade your sounds and get a little diversity in your call, because there's other people using those same stock factory sounds that come on those. So this is pretty much, like I said, you got the X24 Fox Pro makes, maybe their, I can't remember, X48 maybe. That's their brand new flagship call. But that's pretty much this call setup. You're talking like between the custom sounds and the decoy and rechargeable battery and everything, you're talking probably close to $1,000. So you've got, already have with a YouTube video, maybe 50, 100 bucks in hand calls here. 50 bucks for this. You can get the smaller, lower end version of the Icotecs and others for a couple $100, and then what I would consider top of the line here, you know, 800,000 bucks. So again, we're starting at just getting in it, bare bones, to all the way up. All right, so we've covered our call. We've got us a good call. We've got a little extra money again. What are we going with? All right, optics. That's my next choice. So we're using a regular daytime scope here, glass with a red light. And we've got us a good call, and we're starting to see some coyotes, but they're hard to identify and things because of the light. Well, we can stick with this scope, and we can upgrade lights. This is a LR66 by Sniper Hog Lights. You put this light on this setup here, day and night difference, no pun intended. This is just a much better light. It's I can't remember exactly, around a couple $100, but put a red light in that. Use this one for spotting maybe, and boom, you've already got an upgrade. But let's say that you're tired of the old red light setup here and you want to get into something better. All right, and I'll show some close-ups of these as we go. But you've got some options here. You've got this. This is the Rix Tourer T20. It's a digital night vision scope, excuse me. It's around 500 bucks. Amazon, some other outfitters. Hey, I want to throw a plug in here for Midwest Thermal Optics. They were really great to me when I bought my new thermal scope. Super good people to deal with, extra fast shipping, great prices. Check them out. I'll put a link in the description below. But anyway, back to the Rix T20. I'll put a little footage in of this. Great little scope, $400 or $500. You can find them used sometimes. Comes with the light and everything. But again, the Sniper Hog Lights, LR66, the Coyote Cannon, the Hyperion, those are all upgrades. Another option that you can get even cheaper, and I've owned both of these as well, I don't have them today, you can get the Sightmark Wraith. You can get the 4K model and the HD model. The HD model I had, that was my first night vision scope. Excellent, excellent little scope for the money. Not packed with features, it's just a straight up get you out and hunt at night scope and get the job done, but it works and it's good, and they're about 300 bucks, and you can probably find them cheaper used. All right, so I hunted with the Sightmarks and this Rix T20 for a couple years now, and all you hear is thermal, 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 thermal. I never was a thermal fanboy, but I was used to the digital night vision. I loved it, still love it, don't get me wrong. But I finally bit the bullet, went thermal. I love the thermal, but I still didn't want to completely go away from the digital night vision, so I bought the D&T ThermNight. Talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But again, just getting out, upgrade from the red light. These digital night vision scopes are great. So, all right, like I said, hunted with that for years. Finally bit the bullet, decided to upgrade thermal. So I'm not going to talk about my particular thermal other than, like I said, it's the D&T ThermNight 640. Excellent scope. It has digital night vision and thermal at 640. So you get kind of the best of both worlds there, and that's what I like. So, you know, and as far as thermal goes, you can get a scope. You can get this Rix Storm S2 and an AGM for $700-800 bucks now, and then you can go all the way up to, honestly, I don't even know, $10,000-12,000 for some of these scopes. The sweet spot probably for a good quality thermal is $3,000 to $5,000. So yeah, all right, we've covered our optics. So now we've got this gun and we've got this big heavy scope. Let's talk about what next. And honestly, I'm going to back up and say I would have probably upgraded this earlier in my hunting career. So that may have been a mistake. So just know it's up to you how you upgrade, but a tripod is almost a must-have after you get going a lot. So first off, we have this guy. It's a Hunt Pal. Came from Amazon. You can kind of see the diameter of the legs. Set up, it sits about this high, and then you can adjust the center section here. It has twist knobs, and so it's not the best, it's not the sturdiest, But I will tell you what, it beats the heck out of a shooting stick. And it beats the heck out of panning with your hands. So, tripod. Alright, 50 bucks, got you a tripod. Alright, so moving on up, my camera tripod has been my first Bog. It's the aluminum Bog Death Grip. I love the Bog. A lot of people hate on the Bog, but the Bog has been great for me, with one except, well, maybe two exceptions. I converted both of mine to a ball head, which is cheap, and it makes a world of difference. And two, well, the list is growing. I'm going to say three. But number two is the legs. You fold them up. If you have one, you know your legs end up like this. It's aggravating, but that's just how they work. And three, the clamps. I mean, they work fine. They function great. I've never had one fail or anything, but they're just not ideal. They're big, they're heavy, and they're kind of clunky and noisy. But hey, I have two Bogs, so I still like it. I mean, I would go use mine today. This is my second one. It's covered in millions of dollars worth of stickers, as I like to joke around and say. It's the carbon fiber. It's just recently found itself a new home. Ball head, cheap ball head here, gets the job done. And it has the conversion kit. You can't see that. I'm gonna do a comparison video on these Bogs compared to my new tripod and the Hunt Pal. But yeah, I like the Bog, not a hater. It'll get you out there. I think you can find the aluminum Death Grip, 150, maybe cheaper. The carbon is a little higher, but honestly, other than weight and noise, it's not that much different. So now I just recently upgraded. This is an NRL tripod. It's the SO362CX. It has the upgraded thumb release legs. This is their 2-section. As you can see, probably the legs are way bigger than the Bog, and the inverted legs, I like that quite a bit. Much bigger, better ball head. So this is a lot more sturdy. And believe it or not, this ball head tripod combo weighs within 1/10 of a pound of what this carbon fiber body tripod weighs. So again, there you go, kind of working up the ladder. This isn't the best, don't get me wrong. I kind of like to compromise. My buddies say I'm cheap, but no. This setup here is probably around $600. So, you know, you're getting up there. If you want to move on up, you just have to have the best of the best, or the most expensive, however you want to put it. You can get two Vets, you can get a Fat Boy, Really Right Stuff, Red Mist. The list goes on, but this had everything I wanted in it for a good price. So we'll leave it at that. All right, so we've covered all that. So what are we gonna buy next? It's came around, maybe it's Christmas time or tax time. Now we're getting into, let's just say, accessories. No, you don't have to have it, but it's gonna make your life so much easier. And I'm just gonna pick something random here, scanner. All right, so if any of you have been, if you haven't been, you're gonna find out real quick. When you're scanning through any of these scopes and you're down on the scope looking for hours, your eye is gonna feel terrible. So, scanner. This is a Rix K3 scanner. It's about $800. It goes on my lanyard and hangs here or on my chest pack. Really nice because as you're walking in, you can throw it up and scan a minute, keep on going. When you're standing there set up and you're calling, You know, you can glance around a minute, drop it. You can call for a minute. Scanner. Now, this is not the first scanner I had. My other one, I let someone borrow. I will put a picture of it and a link. It is one that it's a T20 Pro or T2 Pro from Infrared X, and it plugs into your iPhone, and it comes with a housing that it mounts in, and I would mount it on this Picatinny rail and then put my phone in here, and it connects to your phone, and you can pan with your gun. That way you're not just on the scope all night. But those are about 300, I think, on Amazon. And if you're stuck on those, or if you've seen one and can't decide whether to get one or not, I recommend it. The only thing I had go wrong with mine was the plug broke, and you can order a new plug. So good option there. Another accessory, a backpack. So I'm a big organization freak, and when we hunt tournaments and things, all of this stuff goes. So I have all this crammed into a backpack. I keep all my extra stuff in there. I don't carry this, it just goes and stays in the vehicle. And I'm not going to go into huge detail, but I have hand calls, toolkit, battery charger for the truck, battery packs and battery packs and battery packs and battery packs. You'll understand that. Extra gloves, socks, you name it, I keep in my backpack. Like I said, not a necessity, but a great, great accessory. Batteries. You get into this, everything is battery. Everything. Can't have enough batteries. I have 2 or 3 more of these cases with batteries. So find a brand you like and buy a bunch. Ammo. Ammo is a necessity. I am a huge fanboy of Hornady VMAX. Everything I hunt with, Hornady VMAX. It has been great to us. We have very few runners. A bump helmet. So this helmet, I'm still kind of on the edge. This is an airsoft one. It was about 50. Had the flashlight mount. I do have a mount for this that goes on the front, the bridge and everything. So this is flipped down and it's hands free. I wish I would put it on here for the video, but I didn't. Again, kind of torn on it. This is kind of a love or a hate thing, I would say. Either you like it or you don't. So it's got an extra place for an extra battery pack to run your scanner. Summertime, this may be better. I've not used it really much in wintertime. So you're probably wondering why I have this here, this shotgun. Again, everything's been checked, unloaded. Daytime hunting, close range in the woods. Get you some appropriate shells. Set your call out there. Don't have to be nighttime hunting. We hunt some in the day too. That's fun. And last but not least, this is not a necessity, but it's very, very close. Chest rig. So I'm not going to put it all the way on here, but I just kind of want you to see how it's set up here. So this was about 50 bucks on Amazon. It's just a half on here, but it sets like this. And when we're hunting, I'm usually the one calling, so I have my remote right here, and it hooks right here while we're walking. Then I'll have my scanner right here, and then I'll have this here. I keep gloves, extra ammo, and my scanner unless we're going in. So there's that, handy. Battery pack right here. Over here I have a headlamp. Over here I have my Coyote Cords drag. In here, batteries and batteries and batteries. And then back here I keep charging cord. a memory card reader, and my paperwork for my suppressor. Got a knife here just in case I get attacked by something. Yeah, you never know. Better safe than sorry. So yeah, and then this particular pack, again, empty. I have set up for the holster, and that rides right there. And I keep this on from the time I step out the front door until the time we get back. Every single night that we hunt, it goes with me, and it stays on. This is almost a must-have. So, and then one other thing that I want to point out, and you may have a hard time seeing it, is this little guy right here, a laser. This one's green. It's a, I can't even pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it. It starts with a B. You kill a coyote, especially in the summertime when hay's up and whatnot. You shoot one, you see where it went down with your thermal. You can take your scanner, but they're still hard to find somehow. But turn this laser on, make sure your gun is cleared. Point it in where you think the coyote is, and go get it. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Like I said, this is just me. I mean, this is my setup, what I've worked through kind of over the years. I just wanted everybody to see what you could do, as little as you could spend to get in the woods, and then kind of progress up through there. So yeah, if you have any questions, put a comment down there, like and subscribe our channel and this video, and I'll put links to all of this in the description below. Thank you all.